All right, well, beginning this Wednesday, Muslims around the world will be celebrating the month-long holiday of Ramadan.
Yeah.
It is a time for reflection, prayer, and community as they fast from sunup to sundown. But once the sun has gone down, there's often a big feast, and we are talking about food. So, you know, Michelle Oliver has to be in on it. She found a really cool event that is happening this Saturday. Michelle, tell us all about it.
Yes, so it's at Frame in Hazel Park, and it's hosting a Ramadan iftar feast this Saturday at 8 p.m. with featured chef Amanda Saab. Now, you might remember her from the several times she's been on our show, or her huge social media following, or her 2 stints on MasterChef, and she is joining me now. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. I'm so excited to get into this. So first off, Amanda, for those who don't know, what is Ramadan and what is iftar, and what are the significance to the Muslim community?
Yeah, so Ramadan is the 9th month in the Islamic lunar calendar, so it moves up every year. So we might be fasting in December one year, and then it moves up, and now we're fasting in the month of March, beginning this week. And we fast, healthy adults fast from sunrise to sunset, and we break our fast with a date and then have our meal called iftar, which is breaking of the fast, in which we join together with family, friends, and community and join in our meal.
So that's the evening meal, but you also have something called suhoor.
Yeah, suhoor is the pre-dawn meal, so that's like your breakfast, which happens either late in the night or right before the sun comes up to help nourish and get you sustained for the next day.
Awesome. And I will say this, it's serious fasting. You don't have water or coffee. She was just telling me she's like weaning herself off of coffee for this. And
no
she's getting
iced
ready.
Coffee.
No iced coffee. All right. So for this event you're hosting, it is an iftar meal. And one of your first courses is called kibbeh neye. And it's a very traditional meal, right?
It is. So it's raw beef or lamb. This is beef here today with lots of spices, and we use kamune, which is a beautiful blend of cumin, as the name suggests, bulgur wheat, dried mint, and basil, and rose petals, and it is so flavorful and so delicious, and I know it's one of your favorites.
Yes, I really enjoy this. If you have not tried it before, I think you'll love it, especially if you've ever tried something like steak tartare. It's not the same, obviously, but it's kind of similar idea. So how does this work? What do we do with it?
So once we're blending the meat, which is already done for us, we add the spices. So go ahead and just add those in, then you're gonna knead it in. I would go for all of it.
All of it.
Yep.
Don't be stingy.
Yep, how we have this platter. And it's so much flavor, and I love adding some of the bulgur prior because then the meat absorbs and makes it like tender. Just go ahead.
And then just massage it?
Yep, massage it all in. This is the way my grandmother does it, by hand, and you just keep kneading and getting that lots of nice flavor in there and beautiful creamy texture.
Oh yeah, it's so soft and smooth. And you have like rose petals in this. That was one thing that surprised me. I don't know, is that common in kibbeh?
So in our family's kamune blend, each family has their own unique twist. We love adding the rose. We're from Bint Jbal, Lebanon in the south, so the gardens and farms grow beautiful roses, and we add that into our kamune mix.
Nice. And what does kibbeh neye mean?
Kibbeh neye means raw meat, so it's very literal in its name. There's also malse and frake, and that's just in the way it's prepared and formed. So frake, you form it into little balls. That's very traditional in the south of Lebanon, but pretty much the same ingredients, just presented in a different way.
All right, so we got to move on because we only have 1 minute left. But this is typically served with pita bread, and this is just the first course of it. We also have all of these other. Can you walk us through them while our hosts come in?
Of course. So we have kanafa, which is also very traditional for the month of Ramadan. Shredded phyllo, mozzarella, sweet cheese. We have a beautiful creamy hummus. Lentil soup is quintessential to Ramadan.
Yes.
I love eating it during this month. I have a beautiful cod that's spiced with ras al hanout, and some spicy potatoes, fattoush. We have some crudités to go with the kibbeh neye as well.
Nice.
With the pita, some people like to, you know, the pita is traditional. And the olive oil, of course, you got to get a very nice clunk of olive oil on top of there.
Nice. So put the olive oil on top of this?
Yeah, I would make a little well.
Make a little well.
Well, you can use this.
I already did this. I'll push it in. Sorry.
It's okay.
And then little
We came
well.
to say hi, but we're just eating.
Yes, that's fine. I was gonna say.
We didn't even say we're like, let's eat. Michelle, that is so good.
Yes.
Thank you.
So tell people where they can enjoy your food this weekend and how they can get tickets, all at Frame in Hazel Park.
Yeah, Frame on their website, framehazelpark.com. You can get tickets to this event. For recipes to these dishes and more, you can visit amandasplate.com.
That's awesome, and I'm gonna take a bite of this.
Excellent.
Michelle.